Hare Krishna kids. Hope you all are fine. So welcome back to Online Kids Sunday School program. And as you know, this is Praneshwari Radhika Dasi. Please accept my humble obeisances, Jai Shri Prabhupada. And again, we have a same topic. Today we have a wonderful session, Dashavatar. And as you already know, meaning of Dashavatar. Das means 10 and avatar means incarnation. Okay, so as earlier as as we enjoyed last Sunday, we have a same session. We will see how Krishna take birth in the different form on this earth. So let's start. Are you ready? So one information and one note for you. Please share and complete your task. Okay. Some of it send me last Sunday's storytelling video, but you are still remaining. So please, Chetan, Yashashri, Kishori, and please all of you, please send me your uh, task. Okay, as soon as possible. Manasri, Motika, you are also remaining. Kartika, you also remaining. Kartika, you also remaining. Sharanya, Mokshi, you also remaining. So please. Or if you need a recording of video, I'll send you today. Okay, if you need recording, then I'll send you. Okay, so please complete your task. And as you know, last session we took a 4 incarnation. First one is, who want to speak? First one is, yeah, first one is, okay, let I'll unmute. Okay, speak one by one. First one is, who is speaking? Padma. Okay. First one is, I unmute all of you from my side. Okay. Now you can speak, but one by one. Okay. So Sharanya, yes, speak. Only one, first one. Okay. And second one is, first one is must. Second one is, okay. Speak, chalo. Speak four all together. First one is must. Second is kurma. Third is nabor. And fourth is Narsimha Devi. First means Mats means the fish incarnation. Second, the kurma means the turtle incarnation. The third, four means Vara incarnation. And fourth is Narsimha, half lion and half man. Okay. Okay, let's start today. This is the fifth incarnation, Vaman Avatar. Okay, means that Duraf incarnation. And do you know meaning of Duraf? Means Bona, short man. Okay, so you can see Krishna becomes small man also. Okay. So here you can see Vamavatar in the form of something in his hand. This is Krishna, and there is it's look like a king. This person, okay. And my screen is visible. Everyone, you can see my screen. Okay. Okay, let's start. Vaman Avatar. This is the fifth incarnation. Okay. Vaman Avatar is the fifth amongst the Dashavatars of Lord Vishnu. So if somebody asks you, please tell me the name of fifth avatar. Then what you say? Vaman. Okay. The Vaman avatar. Okay. So you can see Vaman avatar in both hands. One is called Kamandal and this is called like umbrella type. Okay. And he looks like this. Vaman avatar. Okay. So the Vaman avatar is the fifth amongst the Dashavatar of Lord Vishnu. So first let's discuss earlier avatars. First must came to save whom? To save Saptarishi, to save four Vedas. Okay. And one is name of king. Who can speak name of king? Satyavrat. So must came to save this all person. And second is the Kurma avatar. He came to save all demigods and kill all the demon. And to kill all the demon, he also take a form of Rohini, Mohini. Mohini in a beautiful woman to control the all demon. Okay. So Mohini, who is Mohini? Krishna. And uh, Kurma, Kurma avatar means who came to save all demigods and kill all demons. And third is Varavatar, boar, who killed to Hirnaksh. Okay. Jay Vijay both are brother and they got one punish. Okay. They cursed by Narad or four Kumars, Brahma Kumars. Okay. They cursed by four Kumars. And Jay Vijay become Hiranyakashipu. So Varadev came to kill the Hirnaksh, demon Hirnaksh. He is very dangerous and save Mother Earth. And fourth one is very danger in angry form, Narsingha Dev. He came to save Prahlad Maharaj. He is a great devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, and kill his father Hiranyakashipu, great demon, the elder brother of Hirnaksh. So everybody clear? No doubt? Okay. So today Vamandev came to do something special. Let's see. The great devotee Prahlad Maharaj had a grandson named Bali. So all of you know very well Prahlad Maharaj who is okay saved by Narsingha Dev and Prahlad Maharaj, the son of Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj had a grandson named Bali. So Bali Maharaj who is? He is a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Once Bali Maharaj performed a yajna sacrifice with his guru. Okay, you can see here his guru and he is a king. He is with his wife. Okay, and the name of guru is Shukracharya. I already told you na the name of Guru Shukracharya who teached the Prahlad Maharaj also, and he has two kids. So here you can note this thing. Prahlad Maharaj had a great grandson named Bali, and Bali Maharaj performed a yajna with his guru Shukracharya. Okay, Shukracharya. The demigods became pleased with him and gave him a divine chariot. You can see this divine chariot here and endless supply of arrows and impenetrable shields. You can see there's a shield. No can, no can be penetrable. No, nobody can penetrate this shield. Okay, impenetrable. And you can see here one is what is weapon, great weapon. Okay, so what he got? So many things. Above all, so many things. One important is divine chariot and a supply of arrows and impenetrable shield. Okay, nobody can penetrate with any weapon. Okay, so this is a Bali Maharaj with his wife, with his guru Shukracharya. What he doing? He's performing a yagya to 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 please the all demigods, and he got divine chariot, endless supply arrows, and impenetrable shield. Got it clear? Let's see. Now what happened? Bali Maharaj became powerful, and after performing this sacrifice, he attacked Devnagari, the city of demigods. Devnagari. Dev means demigods. Nagari means place, land where the all demigods living. Okay. So he attacked Devnagari, the city of demigods. All demigods ran away in a fear. You can see the condition of demigods. Look their face. You can see, and they are running so badly. And what happened behind what they are? Demons attacking on the all demigods. And who is there? Bali Maharaj is there. He ordered to all the demons to attack the all demigods. Now what happens? Seeing the pitiful condition of her children, Aditi. One more thing, actually, Aditi is the mother of all demigods. Okay? Aditi is the mother of all demigods, and another one is Diti. D for Diti. Diti is the mother of demons. D for Diti and D for demons. And here A, Aditi. Aditi, mother of demigods. Clear everything? And Aditi and Diti both are sister. Okay? Got it? So seeing the pitiful condition of her children, Aditi, the mother of demigods, fasted for 12 days, surviving only on water. Lord Vishnu, being pleased with her, gave her a boon. So he keep a fast to protect his children. The children are demigods. So Vishnu came to give a boon. You can see Vishnu here. Okay. According to Lord Vishnu, benediction Aditi gave birth to Vaman. So what happened? Now Lord Vishnu gave a boon. The boon is that he is a mother of all demigods. Now she is a mother of all demigods. Now she will get a one son. According to Lord Vishnu, the benediction Aditi gave birth to Vaman, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Now she is going to become a mother of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu came in her lap in the form of Vaman. Vaman was born as a dwarf. Clear? You can see here all demigods are praying in the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu means Lord Vaman. Lord Vamandev arrived on the banks of river Narmada to meet Bali Maharaj, who was performing Ashwamedh Yagya. Do you know meaning of Ashwamedh Yagya? Okay, listen carefully. Ashwamedh Yagya performed to win all demigods, to win all earth, to conquer all earth, all universe. If somebody want to become a king of whole universe, so he should perform Ashwamedh Yagya. Okay, got it? If somebody want the king of whole universe, not America, not London, I'm talking about whole universe. Okay, so he should perform Ashwamedh Yagya. So who is performing now? Bali Maharaj is performing. Why? Because he want to become a king of whole universe. So now what happened? Krishna is coming in the form of Vaman Dev. So Lord Vaman Dev arrived on the banks of river Narmada. Name of river is Narmada. Narmada in a MP. Okay, Narmada, to meet Bali Maharaj who was performing Ashmed Yagya. Now you can see so many rishis are here, Muni are here performing Yagya, and Bali Maharaj also doing so many puja worship. And here you can see in the very angry mood. Who is here? Guru of demons, Shukracharya. Okay, and this is Vaman Dev. Everyone saw Vaman Dev and honored him. He was bright, young, celibate, who catch the attention of even Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj said, and to see Vaman Dev, he is so beautiful, so charming, so attractive. Everyone very affectionate with the Bali Maharaj. So everyone is uh, paying his obeisances, respected, bowing hand, bowing head, holding hand. Okay. And Bali Maharaj to see Vaman Dev here, he suddenly stand up and paying his all obeisances, humble obeisances to the Vaman Dev. Ask for everything, young celibate, and it shall be granted to you. What he's saying? Whatever you want, please say me. I will give you everything. Whatever you want. I want to pay you. I want to give you something. So just ask whatever what you want. Actually, as you know, Prahlad Maharaj is a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. You know, Prahlad Maharaj is a great, good devotee. So, because he is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, he also Vaishnav. He also Vaishnav because he also devotee actually. But he don't like demigods because he is a demon. So he don't like uh, demigods. So, but he always respect to Lord Vishnu. He know Vishnu said my grandfather Prahlad Maharaj. So that's why he's saying, ask for everything, anything young, celibate, and it shall be granted to you. Vaman Dev said, O king of demons, all I need is a little bit of land. I just want 3 steps of land. And what happening? What Vaman Dev said, what he want? Just 3 steps of land. Can you imagine? 3 steps of land. One step, I want to show you. Wait, see my hand. One step, okay. And this is 2 steps. This 3 steps. It means it's this type of place. And he's a dwarf. So his foots are very small. So we can see like this and this. He want only this space. So king is very shocked. Huh? Only 3 steps of land. So what he actually is a smart. Oh king of demons, all I need is a little bit of land. I just want 3 steps of land. So see now what happened. Do you want to see? Okay. Okay. Bali Maharaj was very pleased with Vaman Dev's humble disposition and decided to fulfill his wish. As soon as Shukracharya heard this, he came running to Bali Maharaj. Now, actually, Shukracharya is a very scholar. He is a very knowledgeable person because he's a guru and guru know everything. Even guru know past, present, and future. So Shukracharya is understood who is there in front of the Bali Maharaj, Vishnu himself in the form of Vaman Dev. So to save Bali Maharaj, he running to save Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj very happy actually. He was very happy and pleased with Vaman's humble disposition. What thinking Bali Maharaj? Oh, he is a very innocent kid. He don't know what demand in front of and what ask in front of king. He don't know I am a king. Whatever he want, I can provide. I can give to him. But he don't know what he have to ask and what he have to demand. So, and decided to fulfill his wish. So what he think? Oh, let leave this thing, and whatever he want, just give him. As soon as Shukracharya heard this, he came running to Bali Maharaj. But he understood. Actually, this is Vamanadesi himself, Vishnu. Shukracharya warned Bali Maharaj that Vamandev was an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And what happened? Now Shukracharya in great anxiety. Therefore, he should not grant him his wish. So, what he is saying, Bali, are you foolish? What are you going to do? Don't give any boon or don't fulfill any wish. He is the Lord Vishnu. He is very clever. Don't think he's a very small in a form of dwarf. Don't do like this. He is very smart. Shukracharya warned Bali. At Vamandev was an incarnation Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he should not grant him his wish. Bali was overwhelmed, and that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had come at his doorstep to ask charity. Hence, he decided to grant his wish. So, what he said, "Oh, my dear Guru, if Lord Vishnu came himself to want anything, to wish anything from me, so I should give to him. Because if Lord came himself, think if Lord come to our home, give me two paratha. So you what you say? No, I will not give you. You will be happy. Oh, Krishna himself came to my home. So I have to offer something to Krishna. So because Balima is also devotee. So he said, no, no, no. I will fulfill his all desire. I will give him whatever he will ask. So now as soon as Balimal agreed to fulfill his wish and his desire, Vaman Dev took, you can see how big he became. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, Vaman Dev became gigantic. With his first step, he covered the entire Earth planet. Oh my God. Now you can imagine. Only with his first step, what he covered? Entire Earth planet. Can you think? How is it possible? All of a sudden, Vamana became what he became in a gigantic form. And within first step, he covered entire Earth planet. So actually, what he demand for three steps. But within a first step, he covered all entire Earth planet. Now see what happened with second and third step. In his next step, he covered the entire cosmic manifestation. Oh my God. Within a first step, he covered all Earth planet. And with second, what he covered? Entire cosmic manifestation. Now see what happened with third step. Do you want to see? Let's see. See here, first step, with his first step, he covered entire Earth planet. In his next step, he covered entire cosmic manifestation. Now, see everything in his foot. For his last step, he asked Bali Maharaj where he could step as he had covered the entire cosmic manifestation. So now he asking, Dear Bali Maharaj, now tell me how I can put my third footstep. There is no space. I covered all entire in I covered the entire cosmic manifestation. Now tell me what can I do? Still my third step is remaining. Now tell me, tang tang tang. So what happened now? So Bali Maharaj understood totally. He's shivering very badly and he's folded. He's paying his obeisances in the lotus feet of Vaman Dev. And he's saying, please, 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 Vaman Dev, please accept my whole obeisances at your lotus feet. And please put your third step on my head. Bali Maharaj then, with utmost humility, offered his own head as the third step. Vamandev was very pleased with Bali Maharaj's devotion. Bali Maharaj is one of the 12 Mahajanas. Okay, dear kids, I have a great good news for you. After the Dashapta, we will take 12 Mahajan, okay? 12 Mahajan are very interesting chapter or we can say session. I think you are enjoying the Dashapta, I hope. So it's like the Dashapta is a 12 Mahajan, very special Mahajan, okay? Very special personality we have. So we will take after the this also the Shafta, okay? This avatars. So Bali Maharaj is one of the 12 Mahajans amongst the 9 processes of devotional service. He he epitomizes Atma Nivedanam, complete surrender. Actually, kids, there are 9 processes of bhakti. Okay, we will take in a future. It's a little difficult for you, so we will take in a future and the 9 process of bhakti devotion service. So one of the called is Atma Nivedan. Atma means me myself. Or Nivedan means it's called like a complete surrender. It means okay. So you don't uh, worry if you are unable to understand this word. This is Atma Nivedana means complete surrender. So, Bali Maharaj also, if somebody asks, tell me, Bali Maharaj is a Mahajan, so you can say yes, he is the ninth, he is the 12th Mahajan. He is a one Mahajan of 12 Mahajans, and he also, amongst the 9 process of devotional service, he epitomizes complete surrender. Okay, Atma Nivedanam. All right, let's leave this thing. We will take in the future these things. So just uh, see this thing. Bali Maharaj then, with utmost humility, offered his own hand as a third step. So what Vamandev did, he kept his foot, his third step, on the head of king because he offered himself to Lord. So here you can see how great devotee of Bali Maharaj and Lord Krishna is very pleased with his devotee. So I hope you like this story. So Vaman Dev ki jai. Say loudly. Vaman Dev ki. Vaman Dev ki. Very nice. I can see you all. Good job. Oh, today so many kids. I can see Manasvi, Pratika, Shambhavi, Vivan, Kana, and किशोरी आचार्य मोतिका शुभ भव्या शारण्या पवित्रा जयवर्धन हानिश पद्म अभिनव great happy to see you all be regular as today Okay, kids, let's start another incarnation. Or do you want to discuss on this? Okay, no. First we will discuss on this. Okay, Manasvi. So please raise your hand. Who want to tell me this story? This is a very short story. You can tell me. You can speak in Hindi, or if you want, you can speak in English. So please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Who want to speak this story? कौन वामन देव की स्टोरी बोलना चाहता है? पवित्रा. ओके, पवित्रा. ओके, पवित्रा, unmute yourself.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
there once was a king called Vaman Dev. He
No,
was
Vaman Dev is not a king. Okay. Now you can say, you can take help from here.
ma'am.
Yeah, Pavitra, you can speak, beta. You can speak.
Ma'am, once there lived a man called Vaman Dev, and
No, wait. I want to help you. Wait. See, dear. Now you can see from here. You can start. Pavitra. Okay.
Ma'am, Prahalad Maharaj's grandson was named as Bali. Bali Maharaj was performing a sacrifice to his guru Shukracharya.
Yes.
And then
Which yagya is performing? Name of yagya? Name of sacrifice?
name of what, ma'am?
Name of yagya. Ashwamedh yagya. Okay.
Ashurvedya Yag.
Yeah. Okay.
So then they were performing a yagya. The demon's king named Ma'am, I'm not able to see.
It's okay, dear. We will send the recording of this class. Okay, no worry. Okay, next is please. Okay, Sharanya. Sharanya, please speak. Please unmute yourself. Sharanya and Moksha.
Once there was a king, Prahalad, the great devotee of Prahalad Maharaj's grandson named Mahabali, was performing a yajna called Ashwamedha Yajna.
Very nice.
For his guru Shukracharya. So the demigods were very pleased to see, and they gave him the chariot. They gave him a chariot, a weapon, and few magical arrows. So Bali was very happy. He sent after a few days. He sent the demons to destroy the demigods.
Yes.
So the mother of gods Aditi was to Vishnu. She didn't eat for 12 days. So
your voice is not clear, dear. Speak loudly. Yes.
So Lord gave Aditya bone that I will be born as your son to to protect your all the to protect all your sons. So Vamana was born as a child. One the day when Mahabali was performing Ashwamedha Yajna, Vamana went to Mahabali. All the eyes were everyone was seeing. Everyone was seeing only Vamana of his bright face, because he has a very bright face. So, the Mahabali grants him the Mahabali.
Mahabali is not Bali Maharaj. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Bali Maharaj says that I will give you, I will fulfill your wish. So the Vamana took, they asked him for 3 steps of land.
In which first step what he covered?
For the first step he covered earth. Next step he covered the whole
manifestation. Yes.
At the third step, there was no place. So Vamana asked Mahabali, Bali Maharaj, where shall I keep my third step? So Bali Maharaj says, keep the third step on my head. So Vamana was very pleased and said, as you gave me permission to keep my leg on your head, you will be the one of 12 Mahajanas.
Very good, Sharanya. Good job. Anybody want to speak? I saw another hand, but now I can't see. I don't know who raised a hand. So, okay, somebody want to speak, or should I start sixth incarnation? Okay. Okay, I'm going to start sixth incarnation. Okay, ready? Everyone is ready? Are you ready? Okay. Sixth one is Parshuram Avatar. Parshuram Bhagwan ki. So, have you seen Parshuram Avatar in any picture? Okay, Parshuram Avatar, he who eradicated evil. Okay. Parshuram Avatar is the sixth amongst the Dashavatar of Lord Vishnu. You can see arrow, bow, and what is called is axe. And he looks like a Shiva, Hana? So he is the sixth amongst the Dashavatar of Lord Vishnu. Sage, Jamad Agni and his devoted wife Renuka. Name of sage is Jamad Agni and wife is Renuka. Had 5 sons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Had 5 sons. Parshuram was her first son and he was followed by 4 others. Rumanvant. Okay. Rumavant, Shushena, Vasu and Vishwavasu. So name is first is Parshuram, Rumanvan, Sushen, Vasu and Vishwasu. Parshuram was very loyal to his father. You can see here how he's worshipping his parents. Okay. He's what he doing? He washing his father's foot filled with water and offering for some flowers, offer the garland to his parents. You can see he is an obedient son. So we should respect our parents, okay? Always. It was a pleasant day in spring when nature had made the surroundings shine with charm and fragrance. Renuka, who is the mother of Parshuram, the devoted wife of Jamdagni, went to the river to fetch Ganga water for her husband's fire worship. So, what she is doing? She went to river, the name of river Ganga Mata, okay, to take water for her husband's fire worship. The Gangas was flowing majestically at that time. A Gandharva, celestial being named Chitrarath, was enjoying a festive bath with his wives. You can see he's a Gandharva. And what is he is enjoying with his wife, water bath. Renuka was watching these activities for some time. She was someone mesmerized by the Gandharva's beauty, and after a while realized her duty to carry the water pot to her husband. And actually, for a short only time, she forget why she came here. Actually, then he realized, mesmerized. Actually, she came here to collect water for her husband's fire worship. Her duty to carry the water pot to her husband, she rushed back to the hermitage. Okay, clear everybody? Who is she? She is Renuka, and here he is a Gandharv. He is enjoying in a water with his wife. Jamdagni was a sage possessing yogic powers, and actually, Jamdagni is a very powerful sage. So, because of his yogic power, he saw what he his wife doing at the bank of river. Possessing yogic power, he visualized the reason for his wife's delayed arrival. He was angry at her becoming impure by seeing Chitraratha with unbecoming interest. So he became very angry. Why his wife seeing a other man? He is a Gandharv and his name is Chitrarath. So he's become very angry. You can see his eyebrow upward. Dang, gussa. So he called his son and ordered him to kill her. The children were shocked. If somebody say kill your mother, we can do? No, never. But he sage and his all son are also sage. He called his sons and ordered them to kill her. The children were shocked. They could not believe their own ears. How could they kill their own mother? They stood transfixed. Jamdagni was furious, seeing that his son was not obeying him. Oh, you're not listening to me. I told you kill your mother and you're not ready to do. You're disobey kids. Get lost from here. But Parshuram is very obedient son. And whatever his father say, did this, he doing. Do this thing, he will did. Parshuram returned after a while. Jamdagni ordered him to kill his mother and also the disobedient brothers. So now he is very angry mood. Now all son, what they reply? No, we will never kill our mother. So he already angry on his son also. So what he ordered to Parshuram, kill your mother and also all brothers. See what happened? Oh my God, you can see here. Parshuram did not hesitate even for a moment. So, as per the order or instruction of his father, what he did? Readily he raised his axe, chopped off his mother's head, and later killed his brother too. You can see here. He cut his mother's head and he killed all his brother also, as per the instruction of his father. After killing all them, Parshuram bowed before his father. He reverenced Seeing this, his anger subsided, being pleased by his son's devotion unto him. Jamdagni expressed his desire to grant Parshuram's a boon. So what happened? Because he is a great sage, so he given a boon to Parshuram. Parshuram asks, Dear father, nothing satisfies me more than fulfilling your desire. If you wish to grant me a boon, kindly oblige me by bringing my mother and brothers back to life. Please forgive their disobedience. See, you are all thinking now why he killed his mother and his brother. You all thinking or not? I hope you are thinking how a brother can kill his brother, how an elder brother kill his younger brother, how is a son can his mother. Nobody can this, but because he is a very obedient son, so he follow his father's instruction. But in a boon, you can see he how much love his mother and he how much love his brothers also. What is demanding in a boon? What he is saying? You can see here my by bringing my mother and brothers back to life. Please forgive their disobedience. What he was demanding? Please give me my mother. I love her very much. And my brothers also. So what happened? See, as you wish, my son, so be it. Jamadagni replied. So he gave a boon. He gave back his mother, his all brothers also. Yeah, you can see here. All they are alive now. As soon as Jamdagni sprinkled holy water, the dead rose to life and prostrated before the sage. The ashram's rituals were resumed unhindered. Hindered. Thus, Parshuram saved his mother and brothers. Now you can see Parshuram is a how brilliant, how obedient, how humble son. He followed the instruction of his father, and because he is very obedient, his father wanted to give a boon, and Parshuram was demanding in a boon to alive his mother, his all brothers. So, in the way he follows his father's instruction and alive his their relatives. Parshuram worshipped Lord Shiva. Being pleased by his worship, Lord Shiva awarded him an invisible axe. Now he got the invisible axe. Who offered this? Who awarded this? Lord Shiva. To whom? Parshuram. Because Parshuram worshipped Lord Shiva. There was a king named, what the name of king? Kritavirya. Kritavirya belonging to the lunar race. He had a son named Kartaviryarjuna, who was a heroic personality. He worshipped Lord Dattatreya. Okay. Do you know Dattatreya? Okay. We will take this story. Okay. Lord Dattatreya and was blessed him invisibility. So his son blessed with invisibility. Okay. He possessed the strength of 1,000 arms on the battlefront. He defeated Ravan at war and was re-engaging at Mahishmati, full of glory and arrogance. Now you can see what he came to his kutia. One day, Kartavirya Arjuna went on a gaming expedition to the forest, accompanied by his huge army. You can see he came here with his huge army. After some time, he began to feel hungry. Nearby, he spotted the ashram of the sage Jamdagni. They all are feeling hungry and they came to here Jamdagni's ashram. When the king arrived there along with with his army, the sage extended a warm welcome. Says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. You are feeling hungry. We will provide all food. Whatever you want, we will provide you." So now you will see the magic, great magic here. The sage Jamdagni has a very wonderful cow. The name cow is Surabhi. Now see what the magic of Surbi. You will shock now. See, in that ashram there was a fulfilling divine cow named Kamdhenu. Okay, the name of cow is, don't forget this thing. The name of cow is Kamdhenu. The Kamdhenu means whatever you go and pray to Kamdhenu. Please Kamdhenu, give me kheer, sweet rice. She will give you. Please Kamdhenu, give me a laddu. She will give you. Please Kamdhenu, give me a pizza. She will give you. Please Kamdhenu, give me ice cream. She will give you. She is a magical cow. Kamdhenu. The Kamdhenu known as wish fulfilling divine cow. Okay, sent by Indra. Actually, Indradev gift to the Jamadagni. Sent by Indra to assist sage Jamadagni. The sage requests to the divine cow to oblige him by helping to arrange for a Hare Krishna. I am audible. To arrange for a delicious lunch. Soon the ceremonial lunch was ready. The sage treated his guest with a royal feast and all felt happy and satisfied. And now you can see how much food in front of the Kamdhenu. And but what happened? Because he did one mistake. Actually, he called Kamdhenu to do this all magic in front of the king and in front of his army. So all they are very shocked. He took to destroy his hunger. He took all food nicely and filling his stomach with full stomach. Now what they are thinking, you can see his greedy eyes. What they are thinking now? I think you understand. The king was surprised by the royal feast because such a feast in such a short notice was impossible, even in his own palace. Because actually the prasad was very delicious. The party was very delicious. Food is very tasty. So he is thinking it is impossible. Even in my palace, in my kingdom, nobody can cook like this. When the king learned about Kamdhenu, the cow has bestowed favors. Instantly, a strong selfish desire gripped him. So what he want? Now he want this Kamdhenu. So because he is a very greedy, the king offered to give the sage a lot of land and prosperity, prosperity to extend the Kamdhenu. But how? But how he can change? If somebody say, I will give you 10 rupees or some other toffee, you can give their your own which one is your most favorite thing, you can replace that thing, no na. So how he can replace? So what they say, okay, she is not my Kamdhenu only, she is my worshipable mother, she is like my mother, how I can replace her with anything? The arrogant king was furious. He ordered his soldiers to kill Jamadagni and take away the cow by force. Now you can see here, all the army killed the Parshuram's mother and father, brother, and forcibly take away the cow, mother cow. After some time, Parshuram, who had gone to the woods to collect material for sacrificial worship, returned and learned. Actually, at that time, Lord Parshuram is not his home, not in his ashram. That's why the king did big mistake. If Parshuram is there, they kill easily to all army and king also. But actually, he was in a forest to collect the wood. So, why he collect the wood? Material for sacrifice worship, returned and learned about the sad incident from his mother, who was beating her chest and mourning piteously. Enraged, Parshuram decided to go in pursuit of Kartavirya Arjuna and bring Kamdhenu back. Armed with his sharp axe and arrows, he left on the chase. Now you can see he in a loving mood. He is laughing. He is very angry. Can you show? Yeah, Rehala, like this. I can see your face. Yeah, he is very angry. Angry. Kartavya Arjuna shows us conceit upon Parshuram, who, however, confronted them bold. Hare Krishna. Hello. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Now what happened? The Parshuram killed all soldiers and then after the king, who ordered to kill their mother and father. So, and what he did, Parshuram, and began to chop them off mercilessly. He chopped. You can see here arm, all armors here and neck. He chopped everything. Finally, Kartavya Viraja himself appeared before Parshurams and the two were engaged in a fierce battle. Parshuram axed down the king's arm and killed him. And Parshuram did, he killed also Kartavya Veera Arjuna also, okay? And a whole army. Parshuram then respectfully brought Kamdhenu back in the ashram and he brought back Kamdhenu Maya. Lord Parshuram embodied several noble qualities. His utter devotion toward his father. Yes, we can learn from Parshuram how he obedient to his parents, how he's helping brother. We should also our help to our sister and brother. Don't fight with them, and always pay respect to our parents also. His great respect for his mother and regarded for his brothers, for whose res- uh, resection he is ardently prayed, and his magnificent sense of dharma, virtuousness, all these qualities shine in Lord Parshuram like pure diamonds. Parshuram Bhagwan ki. So, Lord Parshuram, the most known for riding the world of Kshatriya 21 times. Actually, he killed all the Kshatriyas 21 times. He played an important role in a Ramayana also. Do you know Ramayana? Bhagwan Ram, Sita Maya, Lakshman, when Bhagwan Ram broke the bow that given by that gifted by Parshuram to Maharaj Janak. So Bhagwan Ram, what he did? He broke the bow. Then Parshuram Bhagwan come to kill Bhagwan Ram. Then he suddenly realized actually Bhagwan Ram is a Lord himself. So he pay his obeisance and come return to the and Mahabharat serving as mentor to Bhishma, Karna and Drona. And in Mahabharat, yeah, Parshuram is the mentor of the Bhishma Dev, Karna and Drona. Okay. Okay, Lord Parshuram also fought back the advancing seas to save the lands of Konka, Malabar and Kerala. Parshuram Tarki. So, anybody want to speak about Parshuram? I hope all. You all can speak. You all are able to share. If somebody feeling any difficulty, I will help you. But first, raise your hand, please. Sharanya, okay. Sharanya already speak one story. See next one. Nobody except Sharanya. Nobody want to speak. I will show you slide. Okay, if you feeling any hesitation. Okay, let's start. Next incarnation. Motika, okay. Motika, do you want to speak? Unmute yourself.
Mataji, I'm not so sure, but I'll try.
Okay, then let's complete seventh incarnation. Then we will take. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, dear. Now, Ram Avatar. भगवान राम की जय. Ram Avatar. Ram, the ideal king. So please sit nicely, listen nicely, and be ready for your task. Okay. Bhagwan Ram. Okay. Ram Avatar. Okay. Ram Avatar is the seventh amongst the Dash Avatar. The Treta Yuga, there is a four Yuga. First is Satyug, second Dwapar, Treta, and what's going on now? That is Kali Yuga. Okay. Okay. So the Treta, four powerful sons were born to King Dashrath. Here you can see Dashrath Bhagwan, and there are three kings. Okay. Their name were Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughan. Okay, four brother. One is Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughan. In the Swayamvar ceremony of Sita, Lord Ram lifted up the mighty bow, which none could even move, and thus he won Sita's hand in marriage. You can see Sita Maiya and Janak Maharaj, Bhagwan Ram, Lakshman, and Parshuram here. Lord Ram's stepmother Kekai banished Lord Ram from the kingdom as she wanted her son Bharat to become the king. She ordered them to spend 40 years in exile. King Dashrath was greatly saddened on hearing the venomous words of Queen Kekai. You can see here Kekai Maharani, Dashrath Maharaj in a very sad condition, very bad condition. Here she is in a very in angry mood, and Bhagwan Ram, Sita, and Lakshman ji. So now they are going for Vanvas. During her stay in the forest, Mother Sita got attracted to a golden deer that that was sent by Ravan. You can see a golden here. She requested Lord Ram to catch the deer and bring it to her. Lord Ram went to catch hold of the deer. Meanwhile, the cruel Ravan abducted Mother Sita while he was flying towards Lanka. Jatau came to rescue Mother Sita, but Ravan cut off Jatau's wing. You can see Jatau, but he cut the wing of Jatau. Then how he can fly more? A mighty bridge was then built to cross the ocean and reach Lanka, where Ravan held Mother Sita as captive. You can see Lanka and this bridge built by all Vanar Sena, all monkeys and Hanumans, and so many little animals. Lord Ram then reached Lanka with his monkey Sena, monkey soldiers, and killed the 10-headed Ravan. After killing Ravan, Lord Ram, along with Mother Sita and others, returned to Ayodhya. Lord Ram was then coronated as the king of Ayodhya. भगवान रामचंद्र की जय. Now I hope everyone will speak a story of Ram. Raise your hand. Motika, yes or? Okay, Motika, you are the first. You can speak. Yes.
4 sons were born to King Dashrath:
Hmm.
Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna. Then Kaikai sent Then Ram went to the Swayamvar, where he broke the bow of Lord Shiva and won Sita's hand in marriage. Then his stepmother Kaikai sent Ram into the forest for exile for 14 years because she wanted her son Bharat to be crowned the king of Ayodhya. Then in the forest, Sita saw a golden deer which she really liked and asked Lord Ram to capture it. But that deer was actually sent by Ravan. And then Ravan abducted Mother Sita, and when Jatayu came to rescue, the eagle Jatayu came to rescue her, Ravan cut off his wings. Then along with the monkey army and Hanuman, Ram built a bridge across the sea and reached Lanka. There he killed Ravan, and then he took Mother Sita along with him back to Ayodhya. And then he was coronated the king of Ayodhya.
Very nice. So anybody else want to speak? Anybody want to speak? Anybody else? Please raise your hand. Padma, okay? Yes, Padma, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, dear. Would you like to speak?
Can I speak in Hindi also?
Sure, sure, my dear. You can speak in Hindi as per your choice. Okay? You can speak Hindi. आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हो. आप बोलिए हिंदी में. Okay?
एक राजा थे, उनका नाम था दशरथ। उनके 4
पुत्र थे.
पुत्र थे। राम, लक्ष्मण,
भरत, शत्रुघ्न.
शत्रुघ्न। राम जब बड़े हो गए तब वो शिव धनुष को तोड़ लिए
इनकी शादी
और
किनसे हुई?
हाँ,
शादी किनसे हुई इनकी?
मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा।
उनका विवाह हुआ सीता मैया से. ओके?
हाँ। फिर वो वनवास को चले गए।
हाँ, किन्होंने दिया वनवास उनको? उनकी मदर को क्या नाम था जिन्होंने वनवास दिया? हेलो, हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा।
जी बोलो बेटा. कैकेयी महारानी ने बोला ना.
कैकेयी। वनवास गए। वनवास में वन में सीता देवी ने एक गोल्डन डियर को देखा और वो भगवान राम को बोले कि उस गोल्डन डियर को उनके पास लाएं।
हम्म हम्म
राम गए उस गोल्डन डियर को लाने के लिए।
हम्म
वो गोल्डन डियर को रावण ने भेजा था।
हम्म
जब भगवान राम गए थे तब रावण ने माता सीता को चोरी कर लिया था और लंका में रख लिया था।
हम्म हम्म जब लेके आया
फिर
ने बचाने की कोशिश की जटायु ने, है ना?
हाँ,
तो क्या हुआ जटायु के साथ? उसने रावण ने क्या किया?
रावण ने जटायु के पर को काट लिया।
हाँ
वो
कट
नहीं
कर
उठ
दिया।
पाए।
हाँ आगे
फिर भगवान राम वानर सेना के साथ
हम्म
पानी में ब्रिज बनाकर लंका गए
हम्म
और रावण को मार लिए।
फिर
फिर माता सीता के साथ अयोध्या फिर वापस आ गए।
वेरी नाइस, गुड जॉब। ओके पार्थिता, speak you first. Unmute yourself, dear.
Yes.
Yes. हाँ बोलो बेटा, speak out.
So the king gave birth. The king Dasarath had 4 sons, including Ram.
Hmm.
Then Ram got hand for the Arjun's bow, the big bow, and Sita. He got hand to marry Sita.
Hmm.
And but his wicked mother Kaikeyi ordered him to go to the forest for 14 years.
Hmm.
Go to the forest for 14 years. And when they first went, then Sita saw a golden deer and asked Ram to go and catch it for her.
Hmm.
Then when Ram went to catch it, that time that deer was sent from Ravan. And when Ram went to catch the deer, Ravan caught Sita and and Ravan caught Sita and kidnapped her. And then a bird came to save her, but Ravan cut the wings of the bird so that it could not help.
Okay.
And then Ram heard that and came to help Sita. And that time he killed Ravan, and he came back to the kingdom and became the king, and Sita was the queen.
Okay. Good job, dear. Nice. Okay, anybody else? Okay, may I start? Another one beautiful incarnation of Lord. May I start, dear kids? Okay, Chetan, do you want to speak? Okay, then unmute yourself, touch your mic, and then
Once there was a king called Dasharatha. Then he had 3 sons. Four. He got 4 sons, and the son's name was the Ram, Lakshmana, and
Bharat
and
Shatrughan.
Shatrughan.
हाँ.
And after they trained and trained, and after they were big, they got a Ram got to go to some Sita's kingdom and break. It was a competition to break a very very mighty bow, and he even Ram was invited, and Ram won the. He just broke the bow. Then he married Sita, and one day when Kaikai was getting ready for Rama's and Sita's marriage, she Kaikai, old woman came to her and said, "If you want your son to become the king, you must send Rama and Sita and Lakshmana for, I mean, only Rama to go, Rama and Sita to go to the forest for 14 years. And then when Rama and then Kaikai agreed with her, and Kaikai was about to send Rama and Sita with her. Then Lakshmana heard this, and he also went with Raman. Ram. Then when they were making their own house in the forest, Ram just saw a woman. She was very beautiful than Sita. The woman asked Ram that if he can marry her. Ram said that she is very beautiful, but he still can't marry because he already married Sita.
Very nice. Good job. The name of that woman, lady?
I don't know the name of that
Raman's
woman.
sister, Supnaka.
Then the Submaka just got very angry, and she was about to take him. But then Lakshmana was holding a knife. He just cutted her
Nose.
Then she ran into the deep forest with pain, and she disappeared. And she went to Ravan's kingdom and said that
She is the sister of Ravan.
Ravan. Then she just told Ravan that Lakshmana, Rama's brother, cutted her nose, and
Cut her nose.
and Ravan was very very angry, and he sent his guard to. He told his guard that he must become a golden deer. And the guard agreed and became a golden deer. Then he went into a forest. Then when the house was in process, Sita just saw the golden deer, and she said to Ram that I want that golden deer. She said then Rama didn't agree, but she still wanted that deer, so he agreed. And when at last he put the bow in the deer's stomach, it said, help, Sita and Lakshmana, come help me. It said in Rama's voice. Then Sita heard it. She asked Lakshmana to go and rescue Rama, but he didn't agree and said, my brother wouldn't be in some trouble. He's very mighty. It was a demon, and he is calling me help. She said, but no, sometimes even a Rama can get into trouble. She said. Then Lakshman said, then before I go, I will draw a circle in the house
The
around the house.
circle line is called Lakshman Rekha. Okay.
Okay. Then if you cross, if you put your feet in, if you just cross that line, the fire would come and you'll get burned. He said. Then
No, not Sita Maya will burn. Anybody except Sita Maya. If somebody want to enter the house to cross this line, then he or she will be burned. But this is the for security of Sita Maya. Okay.
Okay. Then she agreed. She never crossed. Then Lakshman went to there. Then while Sita was getting all the vegetables from the farm, she just saw the Rishi, a Rishi. Ravan came in a form of a Rishi. Then he said, I'm very hungry and thirsty. Can I get some water and fruits? He said. Then she
And
forgot.
Ravan came in the form of sage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she agreed and she forgot what Lakshman said. Then he was about to come into sight. He was crossing the line. Then the fire just came. Then even Sita was trying to cross to give him the water and the fruits. Then then Ravan came into his own form and got his vehicle. Then he stolen Sita from there. And while that was happening, Ram and Lakshmana was just in the house and they were finding Sita. Then Jatayu just came there. Jatayu just came there and was trying to help Mother Sita, but Ravan just cutted his wings, the bird's wings, and it just fell down. And they were going to Ravan's kingdom. Sita just dropped her bangles, earrings. She put it in a cover and threw it down.
Yeah.
Then Hanuman just saw that. Then he went in search of Rama. Then Rama just told. Hanuman told to Ram that this who he just asked whose bangles and earrings are these, he asked, and now he remembered Sita. Then Hanuman said, I saw Mother Sita flying in Ravan's vehicle. He said. Then he asked Hanuman if he can help. Then Hanuman agreed, and he asked all his army to go and help Ram. Then all the monkeys went and took rocks and read Ram's
What
Ram's
they did? They built a very huge bridge. Bridge
You-
of stone.
very great bridge, and all the and then all
And what,
the
what they did? They write the name of Ram.
then they just went to Ravan's kingdom, and all the enemy, all Ravan's soldiers and him came there. Then everybody fought, and just there, just in the middle of the fight, Ravan was trying to put his very mighty stick onto Ram. Then he just shooted onto Ram, and um, Ram saw that, and I mean Lakshmana saw that, and he just came across him. He jumped at him, and he got the poisonous of the stick, and he died. And after he, Rama killed everyone, Ravan and all Ravan's soldiers. After he killed all of them, he asked the Hanuman to get a big mountain of a flower from a mountain. Then then Hanuman went to the mountain and saw many flowers. He didn't know which flower should he pick. Then he took the whole mountain and put it on where he where Rama was there. Rama was. Then Rama found a flower, the correct flower, and he made it into some juice, some liquid, and he poured it into Lakshmana's mouth, and Lakshmana became alive. Then they all went into Ravan's kingdom and found Sita. Then Sita said, when they were there, Sita said, already 14 years are passed, so let's go to our kingdom back. She said. Then they all went happily to their kingdom. And Ram and Sita and Dasharatha was very happy when he saw Ram, and he made Ram to become the king, and Sita to become the queen, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
The end. Very nice. Good job. Clapping for Yara Chetan. And everybody, I am just reading your chat. Somebody is like writing so many things.
You can just call me Chetan.
Chetan, okay, yeah. This is not suitable for me. Okay, so Chetan, you took a long time, but it's very nice story. You told us all Ramayana like this. So Shambhavi, do you want to speak now? Shambhavi, आप बोलोगे हिंदी में भगवान राम के बारे में? क्या बोलना है आपको? बोलो, चलो अनम्यूट करो अपने आप को। शांभवी, नरसिंह भगवान के बारे में बताओ। अनम्यूट करो अपने आप को वहां से। यस, बोलो, स्पीक आउट। ठीक है, नहीं बोलना? ओके ओके, इट्स ओके, बट डोंट क्राई। Okay. So it's already 1 o'clock, dear. So do you have any question? Time is over now. If somebody has any question. Okay, no. So please complete your task and make a video of storytelling. You can speak about first of task, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Okay, no, seventh, till seventh. Okay, 8, 9, 10. 3 are remaining. We will take these 3 when next Sunday we will take this avatar. Okay. So see you next Sunday, everyone. Hope you all will join. And please share with your friends. And please tell them the online session going on here. So they can also join. This is a free of cost. Okay. So I am going to unmute you. Yes. Somebody has any question? Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare
Bye
Krishna.
bye. Have a nice day. See you next time.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
की जय. दशावतार की जय.
Jai.
Avatar ki jai.
Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.